Hey guys, this is your girl Faye for the Fancy to Show Mommy Corner Monday segment of our channel. And I want to so last week, let's backtrack. Last week I talked about the mommy wars that I see usually via the cyber world. And I kind of want to piggyback off of that video and talk about one of the things that I see within the mommy wars, and that is working mom versus stay-at-home mom. Okay, first of all, I can tell you there's pros and cons to both, only because I've done both. I've been a stay-at-home mom, and now I'm a working mom. And granted, I only work part-time, but still, even working part-time, it's still a different animal than just staying at home. Okay, first of all, we have to stop comparing the two, because there is no thing as, okay, this is working mom's this way, stay home mom is down here, and vice versa. Like I said, I've done both, and pros and cons. There's pros and cons to both. It all depends on your financial situation, what you want out of life, what your circumstances are as well. I mean, we all know that, and I think we're all aware of that. So I don't understand why we keep comparing the two and why we continue to one up each other on this. It's already hard. Parenting in general is already hard enough in this day and age. I'm not saying our parents didn't have it hard, but it is different. It is different. And my mom even admitted before her untimely death that she don't know if she would be a mom today versus back raising us in the mid 80s to early 90s. She don't know if she would even have become a mom, because it's harder, and she even admitted that. But it's just different too. And so again, as I was saying last week about the mommy wars, it's already bad enough. Parenting is already hard enough, right? And society is always looking at the mother, especially if the child ends up, turning out horrible, or their attitude is bad at school, or it just all depends on how the child is functioning in the outside world. Everyone's going to look at the mother. Everyone's waiting on moms to mess up. That's just how society is. And we're like the worst to each other. We're always running up each other. We are constantly watching other people's kids, and we're automatically going to pin it on our mother, or talk about it's got to be mothering, it's got to be the parent, it's got to, when they say even parents, they don't even mean both parents. When they say it must be the parents are the problem, they really mean moms. They're just being PC. Let's keep it real. They're being PC. They really mean moms, not real parents, because daddy can do no wrong. I mean, they can do. I'm not even going to go into the whole how is this completely different from fathers. I want to stay focused on us, because that's what this channel is about. But we do it to each other. We need to stop one-upping each other. There's no right or wrong answer to that either. Like I said, I was home for 4 years, and it's because I was in a good financial situation, and it just also made sense because my husband was active duty military. He left, he got deployed when our daughter was 6 weeks for an entire year. Prior to that, I was working at a news station. I was working from 3 p.m. to midnight. And if you think about it, there was no way I'll be able to do that, being that my husband is somewhere across the world, in Afghanistan, or wherever. He's all the way across the world doing his thing. I'm just becoming a new mother. There's no way I can work from 3 p.m. to midnight. But luckily, I was able to just easily make that decision, I'm just going to stay at home. And I ended up staying for a couple more years, only because it was the constant TDYs, the constant deployments, and just his schedule, just being an active duty member, it just made sense. Plus, I was very much protected. I could stay at home and still rely on know I was going to get a check, know I was getting extra checks, knowing that I was insured because I was his wife. My daughter was insured because, things, I could shop on post where things were cheaper, and stuff like that. So I was in a situation where I could make that decision. We also need to remember there's women who cannot do that. In this day and age, a lot of women cannot do that, especially not black women. Because we've always worked. That's just what we've always done. And we have to remember that, like a single mom of two, like my mom was at one point. Of course, then later on she became a single mom of three. They can't make, there's not even like, I'm gonna stay at home after a baby. Like that's not even like, that doesn't even like come into their hemisphere. You know what I mean? Like that's not even like that doesn't, you know what I mean? Like she has to work, and you know, and even if she is married, you have multiple kids, it makes sense to work. And then you also have the women, I mean, because I went to college too, you have women that are just very much career oriented. They want a family and they have a right to have that family and they want their career. I know if I'm a doctor and I bust my tail through, I don't know, X amount of years of school, I'm probably not going to just want to stay at home with the baby. Now, granted, they have a choice to say probably stay home for like a year or a couple months. That's cool. You know, they probably, you know, they're definitely in a situation where they can do that. But some of them just love having a career and they want to work even if they don't have to. So we also have that too. And, you know, and again, we got to stop beating each other up because society is going to do that enough, especially in the social media age. We're all trying to do the best we can with the circumstances that are handed to us, and with an ever-changing world, that working mom might have to end up staying at home for whatever reason. That stay-at-home mom might have to end up working for whatever reason. I actually know a lot of moms that have done both. That's what's crazy, but that's what I love about my circle and me getting out and meeting different people, you know, through moving and living all these different places. I know a lot of moms who have done both. I actually don't run into too many that have just stuck to one thing for the most part. So I'm sorry, I'm looking at my notes. I wanted to touch bases on a couple of things. But again, I just want to talk about you know, it just all depends on what's going on in our lives, and I think we have to stop. And it's easy for us to fall into it. I know at one point when I first had, you know, my baby, I was already, you know, fighting, not necessarily fighting, but kind of disagreeing with a lot of some of what the older women are saying, because we lived in a different time where they did something different and it felt like there was like a shot at them. So I was already dealing with that. So I kind of became a little bit of a Nazi when it came to certain things. And I had to be careful with, like I can fight them on that with my daughter, but I had to be careful trying to push that on other people, because what I could do, everybody else could not do. Like, was really big into cloth diapers because I was staying at home. I didn't have to take her to daycare. Now, I know some women who work, they do the cloth diapers when they're at home or on the weekends, and then during the week they do disposables, because most daycares are not going to deal with the cloth diapers. So I couldn't be like, you know, cloth diapers all day, every day. Like, they can't do that. So it's like stuff like that. You know, you can be strong in your beliefs and your opinions about how you want to raise your kids, and that's fine. But we have to be careful with projecting that or pushing it on other people, because either one, they don't want to do that, two, they can't. And if they want to do that and they can't, you're making them feel guilty because they can't. You see what I'm saying? So, and I don't want to even touch the breastfeeding argument. I don't even want to go there, because usually those just don't go well. But anyway, so I was just saying, you know, I'm very much involved in my beliefs and stuff, and I've definitely relaxed as my daughter got older, and of course I had to change my course of what I believed in, because I ended up going back to work 2 years ago. So I had to be like, oh, I can't really be doing this anymore, because, you know, so that too. So anyway, I just wanted to say, let's be careful, let's encourage each other, let's listen to each other, whether we're a stay-at-home mom or a working mom. There is no right or wrong answer. No, all of us are mothers, and we're no better than the next one. We're all doing the best we can with what we have. All right, and again, so just go with that for this week. Let's just be mindful of that, okay? Or when you see a mom, uplift them. If you see a mom might having a hard time at the grocery store, just smile and say, it's going to get better. You know, instead of just staring at her and be like, it must be parenting, because come on, you know. So anyway, this is your girl Faye, Mommy Corner Mondays for working mom versus stay-at-home mom. It doesn't matter. We're all mothers. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.